So picture this. Italy, right after the war, a country in ruins. But in the middle of all that, A.J. Cronin finds this incredible story of hope. Today, we're going to dive into his tale, Two Gentlemen of Verona, and meet two young boys who pretty much redefine courage. You know, the story starts in a really interesting way. It's not with some big action scene, but with a feeling. Our narrator is visiting Verona, and he's just completely captivated by these two boys. And it's not their worn-out clothes or what they're selling, it's all in the eyes. He sees this genuine, undeniable sincerity there. And bam, just like that, that one look sets everything in motion. It sparks this curiosity that just drives the whole story forward. You just know, right along with the narrator, that there's something more going on here, a secret hidden behind those young faces, and you can't help but want to figure it out. Okay, so our story really kicks off on the road, right on the edge of Verona. This is where our narrator first spots these two brothers, the two boys who are about to completely change the way he sees things. All right, so who are these kids? We've got Nicola, he's the older one, 13, and his little brother, Jacopo, is 12. And yeah, they're dressed in rags, selling wild strawberries. They look like a lot of kids struggling at the time. But there's just something different about them, a kind of dignity that you wouldn't expect. Now, the narrator's driver, Luigi, he's not so sure. He's like, they look a little rough. You can probably get better fruits somewhere else. But our narrator, he goes with his gut. He trusts that feeling he got from their eyes and buys their biggest basket. He just knows there's something special here. But that first meeting? Oh, that's just scratching the surface. The very next day, the narrator realizes that selling strawberries is like the least of what these boys do. Their real hustle, man, it is on a whole other level. Seriously, he starts seeing them everywhere. They're a fixture in the city. One minute they're shining shoes, the next they're out late selling newspapers. They're even guiding tourists around. They're just this whirlwind of activity, which honestly just makes them even more of a mystery. And this is where things get really weird, right? I mean, they're working nonstop from morning till midnight. They have to be making some decent money. And yet, they're barely eating. Their clothes are still falling apart. So you gotta ask, where is all the money going? This question becomes a total obsession for the narrator. He watches them hustling day in and day out, and he comes up with a theory. They must be saving up to emigrate, to get to America and start over. And it makes sense. But as we're about to find out, he couldn't be more wrong. All right, so the moment of truth is coming. Just as the narrator is getting ready to leave Verona for good, the boys come to him with this one little favor. And it's the key that unlocks the entire mystery. They ask for a ride. Simple as that. To a small village called Paleta, about 30 kilometers out. Turns out they do this every single Sunday, usually by renting bikes. The narrator, who is obviously super curious by now, says, sure, he'll drive them himself. So they drive out there, but they don't stop in the town square or anything. Nope. They pull up to this huge, red-roofed villa. The boys jump out, say they'll be back in an hour, and poof, they're gone, right inside, leaving the narrator just sitting there, more confused than ever. You know that feeling when you just have to know what's going on? Well, that's our narrator right now. He can't take it anymore. He gets out of the car, walks up to the door, and everything is about to become crystal clear. A nurse opens the door, and the whole story just comes pouring out. This place, it's not some fancy house. It's a hospital. And the boys, they're there for their weekly visit with their sister, Lucia. She's only 20, and she's being treated for tuberculosis of the spine. And boom! Just like that, everything clicks into place. The narrator's whole theory about America is just shattered. It was never about them. Every single penny they earned was for one thing and one thing only, paying for their sister's treatment. And if you thought that was heartbreaking, wait till you hear the rest. The nurse tells him their whole backstory. Their father, a singer, was killed in the war. A bomb destroyed their home. They lived on the streets, even joined the resistance. I mean, these kids had been through it all. And after all that horror, they come home to find their sister is terribly sick. But here's the beautiful part. All that work, all that sacrifice, it's paying off. It's not just about paying the bills, it's about hope. The nurse tells him Lucia is actually getting better, and there's a real chance she might one day walk again and maybe even sing again, just like their father used to. So they drive back to the city. Complete silence in the car. I mean, what can you even say after hearing all that? The narrator is just totally floored. His whole view of these two boys has been completely turned upside down.
And he gets it. He finally, truly gets it. They weren't looking for anyone's pity or trying to get praise. This wasn't about getting sympathy from anyone. This was just for them. A quiet, personal mission born out of their own incredible dignity. And that's where the title of the story really hits you, right? Two Gentlemen of Verona. It totally flips the script on what it means to be a gentleman. It has nothing to do with how much money you have or what kind of clothes you wear. It's about character. It's about love, sacrifice, and having grace when life is throwing everything it has at you. In the end, their story is just this powerful, incredible testament to the human spirit. It kind of makes you think, there's still a lot of hope out there for all of us, as long as there are people like Nicola and Jacopo in the world. People willing to sacrifice everything for the ones they love. So I'll just leave you with this. What do you think makes their quiet, selfless sacrifice so moving?